Dear friends, today I feel like talking about more simple topic. We've talked about many serious things, but something like blooming of the flowers can bring to us a lot of insights and a lot of inspiration about our spiritual life. Why do we have flowers blooming? Today was the first time in front of our church a bush bloomed with nice purple flowers. Well, why does this happen? How do we use flowers? We make presents to our beloved ones, or we decorate our house or some other place for some kind of celebration, for a special event or a birthday party, during some anniversaries or some public events, some public feasts. We can also have a lot of flowers on the streets, on the plazas, and that gives us a special feeling of celebration, that today is a special day, it's a day of blooming, of some joy, some kind of feast going on. So this tells us that this world created by God is blooming and it's glorifying God. It has the celebration ongoing. The flowers are blooming, at least here in Taiwan, in many countries in the southern place, we always see flowers blooming. There is no winter. So this ongoing celebration is what is inherent in this world. And this should be like that in the heart of every one of us, continuously all the time. And it used to be like that in paradise. So when we see flowers, they actually remind us of the life in paradise. They remind us of that celebration when people were together with God. They had constant communication with the Lord. But this unfortunately was lost, and if we be honest to ourselves, we don't have that celebration going on. Most of the time we're concerned by many things, many problems. We are lacking funds, or we are planning to buy something. We have some desires to purchase a car or a house or something, and we're always struggling to get it, to make money so that it's enough to pay the bills. And we have all kinds of issues, family issues, conflicts with our friends, colleagues, and many other people. And our heart, even when there aren't that many problems going on, is still empty, and it's still quite unhappy. This is the outcome of us losing the paradise and losing this union with God and losing the health that is inherent to our soul. And that happened so that we can understand, okay, that after we've been placed outside of the paradise, all this tough life, the toil that man had to go through, and many other sufferings, the meaning of them was that people can learn that without God there is no happiness, no joy, and no salvation. So it is only Christ who can heal our hearts and who can bring the paradise back to us, and not just the earthly paradise, but the kingdom of heaven. And we need to understand that. And we need to not only understand it with our mind, we need to feel it with our hearts. And once we feel it and we begin to crave for Him, not for some substitute, some surrogate, to substitute for happiness, pleasure, when we will begin to crave for the Lord Himself, this is when He can grant us this salvation and joy and health and freedom. It's not something that we can get ourselves, okay? It's not something I just say, I want it and I get it, okay? This is not something, just some psychological self-training or auto-training or something we can squeeze out of ourselves, okay? Be happy, I'm happy, and okay, be positive, stay positive, okay? This is not something which is taught by modern day psychology, that you can solve it yourselves or with the help of your relatives, people surrounding you. No, this can be done only by God Himself. Everything else will be a substitute. It will be some kind of surrogate. And what is instead of Christ, we know it's called Antichrist. So for us, we are searching and we're seeking for the genuine salvation, the genuine healing coming from Lord Himself. This is what we are seeking. And the flowers, when they're blooming, when you see them bloom, they need to remind us. They need to remind us about that beauty that we've lost, that celebration that we're supposed to have. In the same way as these flowers, this nature is celebrating. Okay? We should celebrate ourselves all the time, continuously, in our hearts. We should have that joy. So let us ask for this healing to come from the Lord, for this joy to come to us, so that we can be united with Him, together with Him, and we can accomplish everything, all the plans that He's got for us, and we have this blooming going on in our hearts. And not only blooming, but also bringing all the fruits of our faith. May Lord help us and bless us. Amen.